Now, it's just over 100 days since the Taliban seized power in Afghanistan. Since then, tens of thousands have fled. Strict Sharia law has been imposed and millions of people have been plunged into poverty. As winter sets in, the World Food Programme is warning that some 23 million people are now at risk from starvation. Well, for more on that, we can go to Kabul and journalist Shigib Nazari for more. Shigib, thank you very much for being with us. And first of all, I mean, is it right to say that the most pressing and urgent issue for Afghans right now is that very real threat of starvation?
Yep, that's true. That's true. As you said, about 23 million of Afghan people are now starving. And that's the fact. I had an interview with Taliban's Information and Cultural Directorate in Badghis province, and he told me that they can't confirm. But the true story is people in every place of Afghanistan are starving from the poverty due to hungers, due to their unemployment or other things that they are facing. Lots of issues right now.
And that is happening. That is happening, isn't it? Because the West cut off aid to Afghanistan when the Taliban took power. And so to the Afghan people, the Taliban's trying to get countries to recognise it. How is it progressing with that?
They're trying. They have lots of trips, especially the Taliban's foreign minister had lots of trips in these days to provide or to coordinate with other nations due to recognitions. But the whole nation, especially the other worlds like UN, US, or UK, they're just checking the Taliban's behaviors to the people, and also they're not recognized Taliban as a Islamic Emirate or even as a government, but they're trying hard. They're trying hard to feed them and to make them recognized here. And they had lots of plans in these. They had meetings, they had press conference, even in Islamabad. And also the Pakistani officials, like Pakistan's prime minister, Pakistan's foreign ministers are trying to push and also trying to make other countries to recognize Taliban as a new government of Afghanistan. But everyone is just waiting for the Taliban's behavior in these days, especially in these 101 days.
Well, the most important recognition would, of course, come from the United States. And we heard today that the US will resume talks with the Taliban in Qatar next week. What might that bring?
Yes. Maybe they will face lots of agreement between each other, and they also checked the 2020's agreement on Doha between the US and the Taliban before the Afghanistan previous government's collapse. And they will talk about the elements that they had on that previous agreement. And we are not sure about the other countries when they will recognize Taliban, or maybe they will unrecognize them.
Now, I think it's fair to say the economy in Afghanistan has completely collapsed, and we can see the Afghan currency has just hit another all-time low. This not long after the Taliban made it illegal for Afghans to use any other form of currency. What is the impact of that, and does the Taliban have any economic plan?
In my opinion, because I had lots of interviews with the people in these days, especially in these 100 days after the regime change. Taliban right now don't have the plans to show the whole people of Afghanistan that they have the economical plans to serve the economic crisis because they are facing right now, and also to resolve those. But they have maybe other things to solve it. But right now, we can't see any changes on that. everyone isn't changing, and also Afghanistan face lots of immigrations, and also people are running from Afghanistan, and that's the thing that brings the currency of Afghanistan down, and also the recognition has a lots of effect on that. And this makes the Afghanistan currency more down and less before the others government, even on the 90s, 94.
And we've just heard the most tragic stories coming out of Afghanistan over the past 100 days. Families starving, having to make terrible decisions, in some cases sell their children. I mean, it would appear things cannot get any worse for the Afghan people at the moment.
I must say a true story that I had faced on that. When I talked to a lady, she was a civil activist in Afghanistan. I just asked her, how's in these 100 days goes for you? And she said, it's like 100 years, not a days.
Yeah.
Because we are facing lots of economical crisis. We don't have allowed to go to our jobs. We don't have anything to develop our economic family members and other things that we are facing right now.